Hi, sixth grade. Today we're moving on to 2-2, writing algebraic expressions. If your book is close by, I'm on page 52. Today we're going to start by coming up with some words that mean math operations. So what words mean to add? There's a table in your book that you can pull from. I love doing this lesson in class because you guys come up with even more than I remember or the book. So I'm bummed that we can't hear your ideas. But here are some. We'll just start these lists, and then maybe when we're back in the classroom, we'll add to them. So the word plus, that means addition. The word add means addition. The word more, often it's more than, means addition. And sum. Find the sum. That means add. Okay? And then for subtraction, we have minus. We have take away. We have find the difference. Let's see. And just subtract, right? And then for multiplication, words that mean multiply. Multiply. Times. Right? If you have 2 times more than me, then you would double what I have. And then product. Product means multiply. Division. We've got divided. Divided by. Find the quotient. Maybe just divide. I think that's all I've got. But that's a pretty good list, okay? So today, you're going to be doing some word problems. They're not scary. They're just asking you, instead of solving them initially, just translate them. So we're going to be taking words and turning them into math. So if we take a look at this first example, example 1, write an expression, that means words, numbers, sorry, numbers, for, and then they're going to give you a phrase. So the phrase that we're starting with is the product of 7 and K. So if I come up here to my list, where is product? Do you see it? Product is multiply. That's in our multiplication column. So we would write this 7 times K. And while this is an okay answer, in algebra, we don't use this symbol anymore, okay? We either write it as 7 times K, so this is a better answer, or we just write 7K. This is the best answer. This is going to get you ready for algebra. So if you write it 7 times K, you're not going to be wrong. That will be fine. If you write 7.K, that's going to be a correct answer. And if you write 7K, like on a test, you'll get a bonus. You'll get a +1, a little extra point. Okay, because we want to start practicing and getting ready for 7th grade and 8th grade math. All right, let's do another one. Example 2, 2 more than L. 2 more than L. So that means I start with L, and then I have 2 more than that. So I'm going to go up here, and I'm going to check my list. More. That means addition. So L plus 2. Okay? This is going to be the best answer. And if you say 2 plus L, that's going to be okay. but the order does matter. 2 more than something, right? If I'm 2 years more than you, then I need your age first in order to add 2 to it to find out how old I am, okay? So you want to make sure that you pay attention to the wording. Okay? Example 3, write an expression to describe the relationship in the table. Make sure I'm on there. I think you can read that. So in your books, they're going to give you a description like this. So write an expression to describe the relationship of the table. This is verbatim. And then the table is going to have numbers in it. It's going to be completed. So yesterday, you were supposed to fill the table. You were supposed to use the information in the table and solve for the missing numbers. And today, it's a little bit different because they have all the answers and they want you, this relationship, is this part up here. So yesterday, let me show you. Let me remind you really quick. So yesterday, the boxes looked like this, and they gave you the relationship. They said H and then 5 plus 2H. And you were supposed to use that relationship as a formula and sub in 1, right? So you would do 5 plus 2 times 1 and get 7, and then sub in 2 and do the formula, and then you'd get 9, and you would sub in 3. So today they've already done all the subbing in. They've given you the answers, and they're asking you to find out what was the relationship, what happened to that first number in order to get these answers. So I have an N, so I know that there's going to be an N in the relationship, in the formula. Okay, so the relationship is like the equation slash formula. Okay, so whatever they give you here, that's what I would start with. If this was a K or an L or an X, I would have written an X here, but they started with an N. Once you have that, then you're going to look at each section of numbers and figure out what happened to, if 2 was N, how did we get 6? 2, let's see, times 3, right? 2 times 3 is 6. 2 plus 4 is 6. Those are 2 ways. So then we're going to continue down, right? So maybe I write over here, times 3 is one of my ideas, and plus 4 is one of my ideas. So now I'm going to check in the next row. 5 times 3 is 15. That doesn't work. But 5 plus 4 is 9. So now I think it's plus 4. So I'm going to check it in my last row. 7 plus 4 is 11. So the relationship, what's missing on top is N plus 4. Okay, we're going to do one more of those together. One more, because I know that it's a little bit complicated. Okay, so example 4. I'm not going to rewrite the words. I'm just going to give us a new table, okay? The directions are still going to be the same. Write an expression to describe the relationship of the table, okay? So new table. And let's say in this table, we have X and then a question mark. And our answers are 2, 4, 6, 14, 28, and 42. Okay. So again, I'm going to start with what I do know. I know X. That's all that I know. Okay? And now I'm going to focus on the first row to try to figure out the relationship. So how can 2 turn into 14? Well, plus 12 is one way, and then times 7 is another way. So now I'm going to check it. 4 plus 12 is 16. So plus 12 is not correct. 4 times 7 is 28. So now I'm pretty sure it's times 7. So I'm going to check my last group of numbers. 6 times 7 is 42. So now I know the relationship is times 7. So now remember up here, right? Remembering what we just learned, 7 times 7, that should look weird. This should look weird. I don't like it, right? It's not wrong, but it's not the best answer. We can write it better. So x times 7 is a better answer, and then 7x is the best answer. Okay, you don't even need a sign in between them. The number, when we write it like this, goes first. So x7, that's also wrong. Okay, the number goes first before a letter in algebra. Okay, just because I remember when we started, I think it might have been the very first chapter, but back in lesson 1, the order that we do multiplication, it doesn't matter. 2 times 3 is the same thing as 3 times 2. So it doesn't matter if you switch them to write it correctly for algebra. Okay, the number comes first. For homework tonight, we are going to be on page 40. That's not right. 55. Page 55. And you are going to be doing the odds. So 7 through 21 odd. Okay? If you have any questions, I do have office hours today, so come see me if you get stuck. All right? Good luck, guys.